Good evening, everyone. Can you guys hear me? Okay, I can see only 10 of you are there in the chat. Okay, so let's wait for 5 more minutes, and after that, we will be starting our session. Okay, give, give me 2 minutes. Okay, guys. Until that time, can you guys share the feedback whether you are liking the session, whether we are going too fast, or we should go into detail, or we are in the same, like we are in the good pace? Please write in the chat. Let me see why my screen is getting blurred, right? My camera one. 1 minute, guys, okay? So cam, still it is blurred, right? Give me 2 minutes, guys. Let me see why my camera is so blurred right now. Now it is clear, right? Hmm. 17 of you are there. So Narendra is there. Good evening, Narendra. Tanu is there. Ashutosh and again Narendra, right? So guys, can you write in the chat about the feedback? Because I can see a very less audience today, right? Any positive feedback, negative feedback, whatever you have to share, share it, right? Till that time, let me share my screen, okay? Till that time, I have one questions. Yesterday, we have discussed about searching one, right? Okay, Tarun. Okay, let me see that part also, right? Why object class is there and there is no Eric. Okay, class. Okay, great. So how class return as return types? It is like hello sir. Okay, 1 minute. Let me see. Yeah. So it is like the object class, array class is not found, sir. Tarun, okay, it is like array is the object because why array is an object? Because array is created with the help of a new keyword. So that's why we are treating array as an object, right? First thing. Second thing is what? Array is a child class, okay? It extends the parent class. The parent class is the object class, okay, Tarun? So you will not find array class inside that object class, okay? Object is a class. If you know about inheritance, then object is a class and that array extend the object class, okay? Great. So let me share my screen. 1 minute, guys. Share screen. Till that time, guys, can you write in the chat when can I apply searching? Searching, that is binary search. Please write in the chat. No, 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 no. No, Tarun, array, like there is no as such class of array, okay? It is like an object. You know now what is an object? Object is created with the help of a new keyword, right? Okay, child class name, sir. That I have to see that part, okay? Tarun, try to explore that part because I also don't know. I have to see that part, okay? Okay, let's start the session, guys, without wasting the time. 1 minute. Let me share my screen. Uh, online Java compiler. So guys, my question here is when I can apply searching. Okay, that is binary search, because yesterday we have seen the linear search and binary search, right? After sorting we can do binary search. Okay, that I have told you guys. What all point we have concluded yesterday after the binary search. Okay, let me share my screen, right? So before moving toward the before continuing the session, let's discuss this one, right? 1 minute. Present screen, share screen. My screen is visible, guys? No, right? Give me 2 minutes, guys. Okay, let me see. Yeah, now it is visible, right? So here, so let's discuss this program first. So we are having one Java interview accelerator program. Okay, and here you can see the USP of our program. That is, there will be 3 month DSA session. Okay, that is live learning will be provided to you, and there will be 3 mock interview that will be conducted by the working professionals. Okay, and after that you can see 100 plus problem solve statements are there. You have to solve that problem statements, and this is a main USP, that is it is 100% fees refunded. So if you are getting the job from our side, then you have to pay fees. But if you're not getting any job by any means, then it is refunded within 180 day after the completion of the program, right? And you can enroll in this program. The batch is starting from 1st May 2023, and the duration of the program is 3 months, and this is the eligibility criteria. And here you can see the fees. Okay, the fees is very minimal, that is 5,900 rupees, right? And here you can see who all got placed from the program, right? That is having more than 10 LP of package. And if you will explore, scroll down here, you can see what all we are going to teach, what all we are going to learn in this program, right? That is OOPS concept, JDBC, SQL, DSA, IntelliJ, right? And after that, trainer who all are going to teach you, you can explore that part. Okay, you can type Java interview accelerator program LetsUpgrade, and you will get this web page. You can explore that part. You can download the curriculum. If you have any doubt, you can mail us on support@letsupgrade.in, right? So very good uh, opportunity for all of you, because here you are getting the fees refunded, and at the same time you're learning a lot. You're learning things in a structured way, right? Okay, so this is about the program. So let's come back to the screen visible now, right? Binary search decreases the search time complexity. Okay, correct. Dan is correct here. He's saying, so here, the first point is what? About searching. 1 minute. Yeah. So searching here. So first point we have learned ki hey, we can apply binary search, like we have two kind of searching, that is linear search, right? And we have what? We have binary search, right? Binary search. And the time complexity of linear search is what? Big O of n. And the time complexity of binary search is what? Big O of log n, right? And after that, in the binary search, when I can apply binary search, when in the data there is some arrangement given, okay, some arrangement is given, and on the basis of that arrangement you are able to reduce the search space, reduce the search space here, right? Reduce the search space. That is how you can reduce the search space. You have to go to the middle and you have to ask the question whether to move to the right, left, or whether to move to the right. So you are reducing the search space. So if you are able to do this part, you are able to apply binary search. Yesterday we saw that we can apply binary search on the sorted data. Sorted means the data is following some arrangement. Here the arrangement is what? Sorted one, right? Let's take one more question, then you will get the idea clear why I am focusing on the arrangement part, why I'm not saying sorted, right? So let's take one question here, right? Give me 1 minute. So those who got the idea, then try to answer this question, right? So here the question is, so you have an array, okay? Array is given, and in that array every element occur twice. Every element occur twice, right? Every element occur twice except for one, except for one here. And you have to find the unique element, right? Find the unique element here, this one. And there is one more note. The note is what? Duplicates are adjacent to each other. Duplicates are adjacent to each other, right? To each other. So this is a homework question also for today's session, guys. Okay. So I will tell you the approach, and after that, like you have to solve this question by your own, right? Everyone is getting that point? Yes or no? So let's take one example, then you will get the clear idea. So let's take one array that is here, this one. So we have one array that is 3, 3, 8, 8, 2, 2, 10, 10. Okay. After that you have 9. After that you have 6, 6. Okay, and 1, 1, and 4, 4, right? So this is the array given, right? And here you can see the question again. Every element occur twice except for one. Find the unique element and its index. Okay, and its index also, right? You have to find the unique element and at what index that unique element is present. So here 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14, right? So here you can see we have the unique element, and that unique element is what? 9, right? And this is a node you have to remember. The duplicates are adjacent to each other. That is 3 and 3 are duplicates, so both will be adjacent to each other. Similarly, 8 and 8 are duplicate, so both will be adjacent to each other. Okay, please write in the chat if the question is clear. So guys, if the question is clear, anyone wants to suggest something like how we can solve this question? Anyone, any approach that is coming in your mind right now? Place unique element in an array, sort that array, and apply binary search. Place Tarun. If you will carefully read the question, this one, then what we have discussed here. Okay, this part. 1 minute. Yeah. this one. So here, array, now it is- yeah. So here you can see you have to find the index also, right, Tarun? So if you will sort the array, then you will not able to find the correct index. Here the index is what? 8. So you have to return the element, that is 9, and you have to print the index also. That is index is what? 8 here, right? This is the index and this is the data. So Tarun, you are getting that point. If you will sort the array, what will happen? It will interrupt the index also, right? So it is not the correct answer. Those who are able to answer this question, like they will be getting something, okay, from my side. Compare current element array element with both of its neighbor. If no match, then we have the unique element. Compare current array element with the both of its neighbor. So you are saying ki, hey, let's assume you are at this index, that is at index 2. So if you are at index 2, then you are saying ki compare this and with this, right, Danny? And if both are not equal, then yeah, it is a very correct approach. Okay, it is a correct approach here. And here, so I got one approach, that is the first solution I am getting here. Solution 1, that is what you have to do. You have to traverse the array. Okay, traverse the array. And you know how you can traverse the array, right? Using the for loop. Starting point of the for loop will be 0. It will go till the length of the loop, and you have to check whether the current element, okay, current element is not equal to the previous element, and the current element is not equal to the next element here, right? This one. So if this will be the case, you will get the unique element and you will print the unique element, right? So guys, what will be the time complexity here? Anyone from the audience, what will be the time complexity here? Yesterday we saw time complexity is directly proportional to number of iteration. Okay, is directly proportional to number of iteration here. So guys, can you tell me how much, like how many iterations we are going to do here in this solution, the solution number 1? Please write in the chat. Number of iterations means how many times you are executing the body of for loop, right? Correct. Correct. So here, since you are traversing the array for one time, right? So here you will do n number of iteration. You have to follow n number of iterations. So the time complexity is what? Big O of n here. Everyone is clear till this point? Yes or no? This solution is clear. Anyone has any doubt in this solution? Correct. Clear? So here I am getting the time complexity as big O of n. So now I want to optimize this one, right? I want to optimize this solution. Anyone? Like how we can optimize the solution? So we are getting big O of n. So anyone can suggest any other approach how we can optimize this solution? Okay, tell me. We are doing what? If we are following this approach, then what we are doing? We are applying linear search here, right, everyone? Yes or no? We are applying linear search here. Yes. So if we are applying linear search, we are getting the time complexity as big O of n. So if I'm saying ki, hey, you have to optimize the solution, that means is binary search applicable here? Everyone, those who are saying from the start ki, hey, binary search is applicable on the sorted data, but here we don't have the sorted data. Is binary search applicable here, guys? Please write in the chat. Let me see the comment. Yeah. Anyone from the audience, binary search is applicable or not? Yes or no? In this question. or this is the best solution? This is the best solution. Anyone? Sahil is saying yes, binary search is applicable. Why, Sahil, you are saying binary search is applicable? Give me the reason also, right? Narendra is also saying binary search is applicable. Give me the reason, guys. So let's try to observe something, right? So here, let's try to observe. Okay. So you are having the unique element here, right? You are able to get the unique element here. 1 minute. Let me, yeah. So this is a unique element you are getting here, right? After that, are you guys able to observe, apart from the unique element, able to observe anything? Okay. Anyone? So guys, if you will carefully observe in this question, you are having the unique element, and to the left hand side of the unique element, if you will see the pair, then the pair are occurring in even odd position, right? Even odd position, that is 3 is present as 0, 3 is present as 1, 8 is present as 2, 8 is present as 3, right? So you are having the pair, and that pair is occurring at even odd index, right? This is the first observation that I can make from here, right? The second observation is what? If you will see the right hand side part, then the pair are there, and the pairs are occurring at odd even position, right everyone? Odd even index. Yes or no? Everyone is clear till this point? So we have made one observation, that is on the left hand side part, pairs are occurring in even odd position, and on the right hand side part, the pairs are occurring in odd even position here, right? So this is my array. Let's create one array here, right? This one. This is my array, and we have the unique point here, right? Let's assume this is my unique point. Okay, this is my unique point, and let's assume this area, that is the blue region, is the left hand side part, and let's assume this yellow region is the right hand side part, right? So what we have learned in the binary search, there must be some arrangement given, first point, okay? And if you are at the middle, you are able to take a decision. What decision? You are able to reduce the search space, okay? So here the search space is what? It is from 0 till n, right? So what will happen? Let's assume you found the middle element, and this is the middle element, right? This is the middle element. Let's assume you got the middle element, and the middle element, okay, middle element is the element that is a unique element, okay? So you will say ki, hey, I got the unique element. That is how you will find the middle element, like how you will check whether this is a unique element or not. You will check whether this element is not equal to the previous one, this element is not equal to the next one, right? So here what you will check, you will write ki, hey, ARR of mid not equal to ARR of mid plus 1, right? And ARR of mid not equal to ARR of mid minus 1, right? So if this element is not equal to the left hand side part, like the adjacent left element, and this element is not equal to the adjacent right element, then this is the unique element. So you got the unique element at this point, right? So this will be the unique element case, right? So you got the unique element case. So now you found the middle, and you are able to take a decision at the middle key. Yes, if this middle element is not equal to the left adjacent and not equal to the right adjacent, then this is a unique element, right? Let's assume, okay, let's assume you have the middle, like you have the middle point here, okay? This is the middle point, okay? That is you are in the blue region, right? You are in the blue region. Let's assume you are in the blue region, that is your middle is in the blue region. Then guys, tell me one thing, what you have to reject. You have to reject the left hand side part or you have to reject the right hand side part. Please write in the chat. If your middle element is in the blue region, then you have to reject the left hand side part or the right hand side part. Simple question. Please write in the chat. Correct. We have to reject the left hand side part if I am in the blue region. Right, everyone? Everyone is getting that point? Yes or no? Similarly, if I am in the right hand side part, if let's assume I got the middle element in the right hand side part, okay, then guys tell me which part I should reject. If I am in the yellow region, if my middle is in the yellow region, then which part I should reject? Left hand side part or the right hand side part? Please write in the chat. Okay, you have to reject the right hand side part, right? If you are in the yellow region, because you are saying ki, hey, I have to reject the right hand side part and I know my unique element is present in the left hand side part, right, everyone? Similarly, if you are in the blue region, if your middle is in the blue region, then you have to reject the left hand side part because you know ki your unique element is in the right hand side part. So one thing is clear, you are able to find mid and you are able to take a decision, right? You are able to take a decision. That is, what decision you are able to take? You are able to reduce the search space. This is a very important point. Reduce the search space, right? Okay, reduce the search space here. So now let's try to think, okay, how, like what condition I should write here in order to remove the left hand side part or in order to remove the right hand side part, what condition I should write here, right? So let's try to understand that part also. If you are not able to understand any point, tell me at this moment only, right? Because I will not explain the whole code again, right? Yeah. So here, let's assume you have the mid, okay, that is mid is what? Left index, okay, that is starting index plus end index divided by 2. You got the mid, and this mid is in the blue region, right? This mid is in the blue region. So you are saying ki, hey, if I am in the blue region, then first I will check this condition. First I will check this condition. If this condition is true, that means I got the unique element. If this condition is not true, then either I am in the blue region or I am in the yellow region, right? There is two possibility, right? If this condition is not true, then either you will be in the blue region or you will be in the yellow region, right? Yellow region. So if you are in the blue region, then you are saying ki, hey, if I am in the blue region, then I have to search right hand side part, okay? Search right side of mid, okay? And you have to ignore left hand side part, right? Ignore left hand side part. If you are in the yellow region, then you have to search in the left hand side part, okay, left hand side part, and you have to ignore right hand side part, right? Right hand side part. This I am able to conclude till this point. So now how I will get to know whether I am in the blue region or I am in the yellow region? How I will get to know this point? I observed one point here. If you will see, I observed one point here. If this is a unique element, then in the left hand side part, the pairs are at even odd position, right, everyone? And similarly, if you are in the right hand side part, then the pairs are in odd even index. This everyone is getting that point? Yes or no? Please write in the chat if it is clear or not. So if you are able to somehow find this situation, then you know you are in the left hand side part, and if you are able to found this situation, then you know you are in the right hand side part, right? So here, right, blue region and this one, this region, right? So what I will do, So guys, if I am in the blue region, right? If I am in the blue region, then I will write a check here, right? That check will be what? If the here, like this. This is the blue region. Let's assume, and this one is the green region, right? Green region, and this one is the blue region. And this time you are saying ki hey, your mid is here, somewhere here, right? Somewhere here. Okay, so you know one thing. If it is in the blue region, let's assume it is like this, 8 and 8. Okay, this will be the first case when 8 is here and 8 is here, or this case also, right? 8 and 8, like this. So there can be two possibilities. You are saying ki, hey, blue region contains all the duplicate element. So if this mid is your first element of the duplicate, or this mid will be the second element of the duplicate, right? So in order to make the thing simple, what I will do, I will just check for the first duplicate one. Okay, so here I have to check for the 8, the first 8 element, right? So here what I will do, I will write a check here. If first element of the pair, if first element of the pair is present at even index, that means that element, that mid element is in the blue region, right? Here you can see guys this point. So if you will see the first duplicate element, that is 3 and 3, the first duplicate element is present at 0 even position. The first duplicate element, that is 8 and 8, is present as 2. The first duplicate element of 2 and 2 is present at 4. So I am able to conclude one thing, that is the first duplicate element in the left hand side part is present at the even index, right everyone? Similarly, if I will see in the in the left hand side part, right? Similarly, if I have to see in the right hand side part, then the first element, okay, first element of the pair, first element of pair is present at odd index, right? Everyone is getting that point? Yes or no? Please write in the chat. This part is clear. Okay, everyone is getting this point? Yes or no? Please write in the chat. Correct, clear, right? So what we are doing, again I'm telling you the same thing. Yeah, so first here, so first we are saying ki here there is three part, that is the unique element part, and after that the blue region, and after that the yellow region. So if my mid is at the unique point, then I will return the unique element. But somehow if my mid is in the blue region, then I have to remove the left hand side part and I have to search in the right hand side part, right everyone? Similarly for the yellow case. So now how I will came to know ki whether middle, like the midpoint I am getting is in the yellow region, or is in the blue region, or is in the green region. So for the green region I have written the case, right? Now I have to write the case for the blue region. So what I have observed, first element of the pair is present at even index in the left hand side part, that is in the blue region. Similarly, if I will see the yellow region, that is the right hand side part, the first element of the pair is present at the odd index, right everyone? Yes or no? Okay, so let's write the code now and you will get the clear understanding. Like the pseudo code, right? That is if first element of the pair is present at even index, okay, that means you are in the blue region, right? Similarly, if first element of the pair, this is for the yellow region, right? If first element of pair is present at odd index, then you are in the yellow region. So if this is the case, then what you have to do, guys, you have to move toward the right, move toward to right. And if you are in the yellow region, that is this case, then you have to move to left, right? You have to move to left in order to find the unique element. So like this you have to build the observation. Okay, it is like a it is a tough problem, but you have to think in this direction itself. Okay, if you are able to take a decision, you have to think how I will came to know ki whether I am in the blue region or yellow region. Then I observed something ki yes, first element of the pair in the blue region is present at even index, and similarly the first element of the pair in the right hand side is present in the odd index. On this basis I can take a decision, right? So now I have this idea now, right? So now what I will do, so here I will write the cases, right? So let's write the pseudo code, then you will get the clear idea, right? Pseudo code. But till this point everyone is clear, right? Yeah. So here pseudocode will be what? If array of mid not equal to array of, first I am writing the case when I am at the green position, when I am at the green point, right? So I have this one. So this green is a yellow one. Sorry, this green is a unique one, and this is a blue one, right? And this region is a yellow one, right? So if I am in at the green position, green region, that means I got the unique element. And how to check whether it is a unique element? I have to check the adjacent element, that is ARR of mid not equal to ARR of mid minus 1 and ARR of mid not equal to ARR of mid plus 1, right? That means I am in the, guys, I am in the which region? I am in the green region and I got the unique element. So what I will do, I will print the unique element, right? I will print the unique element, that is ARR of mid, and I will print the index also, that is mid, right? Like this. So this is the first case, okay? That is you found the unique element here, unique element here, right? So now the second case will be what? Else if, now let's assume, tackle this one. Either you can tackle the blue region or tackle the yellow region, right? So let's tackle the blue region first, right? So else if ARR of mid, okay, what I will do here, if first element of the pair is even, that means I am in the blue region. So let's take a variable, right? Let's take a variable, that is, hey, if int first is equal to mid, okay, let's take this one. Let's take a variable first, and let's assume कि the middle element is the first element of the pair, okay? And I will write a check here कि hey, if ARR of mid minus 1 is equal to ARR of mid, right? If ARR of mid minus 1 is equal to ARR of mid, that means this is not my first element of the pair, right? That means this is not the first element of the pair. What I will do, I will write first is equal to mid minus 1, right everyone? Yes or no? Please write in the chat if it is clear. This point is clear. So what I am doing here, so here I am in the blue region, okay? This is the blue region, okay? And I know one thing, in the blue region 0 1 2 3 4 5, in the blue region the pairs will be at even odd position, right? Even odd position, right? So let's assume this is the mid element, okay? This is the mid element, right? That is 8 8, right? So you got the mid element and you are saying ki, hey, this mid element is what? 8. So I am assuming for now this is the first element of the pair. After that I am searching, like I am checking the adjacent element, okay? And if both are equal, then my assumption is wrong, my assumption is wrong, okay? And I have to update the value of first. I have to make this as my first, right? So that I am doing here. First I am assuming that this is the middle element, okay? And if this condition is true, then my assumption is wrong. I will update the value of first, right? In the chat everyone, like yeah, it is clear, guys. Please write in the chat if it is clear. Yes or no? Okay, I will tell you, Tarun, like this part I will tell you, okay? But this thing is clear, everyone. This part and this part is clear. Anyone has any doubt in these two parts? what I am doing here and what I am doing here, right? Yeah. Yes or no? Please write in the chat. Anyone from the audience who are not able to understand any point? Yeah. So after doing these two parts, what I will do? Yeah. So here, this part is for the blue region, right? Blue region. Blue region means I have to neglect, I have to remove the left hand side part, remove left hand side part, and I have to move toward the right hand side part, move toward right hand side part, right? Move toward right hand side part. So here I got the mid. After that, what I will do, I will write a check. Hey, if first modulo 2 is equal to 0, right? If first modulo 2 is equal to 0, that means I am in the blue region. Okay, yes or no, guys? Here we got to know the blue part, this one 0 1 2 3 4, right? First element of the pair is present at the even index, right? First element of the pair is present at the even index, and in the yellow part, the first element of the pair is present at odd index, right? So 0 1 2 3 4, and this will be 5, and this 6, right? And this will be 7 8 9 10 here, right, everyone? So this I am checking here. Hey, if first element of the pair is present at the even index, that means I am in the blue region. And if I am in the blue region, I have to remove the left hand side part, I have to move toward the right hand side part. So here I will write left. Okay, that is I will write starting index is equal to first plus 2, right? This part is clear why I have written first plus 2? Yes or no, guys? So here you are saying you are in the blue region. Okay, this is a 2 2 4 4 5 5, right? And 0 1 2 3 4 5. This is the blue region, right? And let's assume this is the middle point. Okay, that is this element is the middle point. So you check, you assumed that this is the first element, and after that, if this one, if array of mid minus 1 is equal to array of mid, yes, array of mid minus 1 is equal to array of mid, right? That means this is not the first element of the pair, this is the first element of the pair, right? Yeah. So if this is the first element of the pair, then you are saying ki, hey, is this element is present at the even index or not? Yes, it is present at the even index. That means you have to remove the left hand side part, you have to move to the right hand side part. So here you are saying ki, hey, this element is the first element and these two elements are equal. So directly jump from here, right? Directly you can search from this part. Yes, everyone? Yes or no? So you can search from this point, right? So that's why I'm writing first plus 2 here. Okay. And if this is not the case, that means you are in the yellow region, and in the yellow region you have to remove the right hand side part and you have to move to the left hand side part. So here what you will do, you will write and index is equal to first minus 1, right, everyone? Yes or no? Please write in the chat if it is clear till this point. Yeah. So why I have written first plus 2 and why I have written this first minus 1? In the else part, and index is equal to first minus 1. Why I have written this part? Okay. Else means, yeah, 1 minute. This one, right? This else means what, guys? You are in the yellow region, right? You are in the yellow region, and in the yellow region, you know one thing, that is the 8 8 7 7, right? So you know one thing, let's assume this is a 5 6 7 8, right? In the yellow region, you know one thing, key the first element of the pair will be present at the odd index, right? First element of the pair will be present at the odd index. So if this is the mid, that is the first element of the pair is present at the odd index, then you have to move toward the left hand side part, right? This one. Yeah. So you have to move towards the left hand side part. Left hand side part means you have to just move toward first minus one, right everyone? Yes or no? Correct. Yeah. First plus two means you will get to the next pair, and first minus one means you are again going to the towards the left hand side part and you are in the yellow region, right? So you have to write like this. So this is the pseudo code, right? Hope you are able to understand something from this question. Yes or no? Please write in the chat. Or everything is going above the head. Okay. There's pin drop silence in the chat, and I'm like feeling afraid now, like whether I have explained everything correctly or like everything is going above the head. Okay, like I can tell you the solution in 10 or 15 minutes also, but my way is like you should know, right, what you are doing in the code, like. Yeah. So this is a question in the homework. I have explained you the approach. Again, go and revise the this whole part, and again try to solve these cases, right? One thing, in this pseudocode I have not handled the base case. Okay, homework is what you have to handle the base case also, right? Base case means what if you are at the first index, then what you will do. What if you are at the last index, then what you will do. Okay, what you will do. This will be the case, right? Sir, why first modulo 2 is equal to 0? Okay, so why first modulo is equal to, okay, let me, 1 minute guys. Yeah, here, this one, you are here, you are saying ki hey, this is a unique element, and you know one thing, 0 1 2, 1 minute. Yeah, 0 1 2 3 4 5 3 4 5 6 7 8. Okay, 8 9 10, right? And you are here. Let's assume you got the middle element, and the middle element is this one, right? The middle element is this one. So here, 2 2 4 4 5 5, right? So if this is the middle element, okay, that means you are in the blue region, right? And how you will get to know whether you are in the blue region or in the yellow region? So what you are saying, ki hey, I know in the blue region the first element of the pair. The first element of the pair is present at the even index. That is here, that is here, that is here. Similarly, if you are in the right hand side part, then for this one, 8, 8, 9, 9. Then for this one, the first element of the pair is present at the odd index, right? So what you are doing, you are first assuming that this is the first element of the pair, and after that you are checking ki hey, this part, okay, this one is equal to left the previous adjacent element or not. Yes, it is equal. That's why my assumption is wrong. If my assumption is wrong, that means this is the first element of the pair, right? First element of the pair. Yes or no? If you are in the blue region, then this will be the case, right? So I am writing a condition here ki hey, if my first modulo 2 is equal to 0, right? That means I am in the blue region. Similarly, let's assume you are in the yellow region this time. Okay, you are in the yellow region this time and you are here, right? This is a mid. So what you are doing, you are first assuming ki this is your first element of the pair. After that you are comparing ki hey, the mid element is equal to the previous adjacent element. Yes, it is equal. So you are updating the value of first. You are saying ki hey, this is the first element of the pair. This time the first element of the pair is at the odd index, and this is telling you, this part is telling you ki whether you are in the blue region, and the else part is telling you you are in the green region. Sorry, not green, yellow region. Okay, now it is clear, Sahil? Yes or no? Please write in the chat. Now it is clear. Yes. So here Tarun has one question ki hey, here the data is not sorted. Then like what was the question? Please repeat the question, Tarun. You have the question right. Let me see the question. Uh, sir, because of the okay. So Tarun, one question you have asked in the chat, right? Can you please write in the chat again? So sir, before doing the binary search, the array must have some arrangement, but the given array is not having an arrangement, sir. Okay, so let's try to understand that part also. Okay, Tarun has a very good question here. So Tarun is here, right? Tarun wants to eat something. Okay, Tarun want to eat something, and what he will do? He has the kitchen, right? He has the hall, and he has the option to go to the bedroom. So in order to eat something, he will go to the kitchen, right? He will go to the kitchen, and in the kitchen, he will open the fridge, and in the fridge, he will take something from it, right? Or you can say, ki, hey, he want a plate. He want a plate. So in the kitchen, there will be different department, okay? That is of the jar, of the spices, right? Of the plate, right? He wants the plate. Okay, 1 minute, guys. Yeah. So he want the plate. So tell me, Tarun, here we have some arrangement, and that arrangement is what? It is on the basis of category, right? It is on the basis of category. Similarly, if you will see this question also, here also we are having some arrangement on the basis of the problem statement. Okay, here the arrangement is what? The element are adjacent to each other. The duplicates element are adjacent to each other, are adjacent to each other. Okay, so we have some arrangement here. Okay, it is not about so okay, arrangement means what? You are following some order, right? Arrangement means what? You are following some order or something like that, right? So sorting, yes, sorting is following some order, that is ascending descending order, right? Similarly here also, this kitchen is following some order, right? Yes or no, Tarun? So that is a very important point. Here also, if you will open the jar section, okay, if you will open the jar section, then this jar is here, right? So you have some jar that is of small size, you have some jar that is of large size, right? But here the jar are not sorted on the basis of height. Jar are not sorted on the basis of height, right? So here we are not having any arrangement on the basis of height. But if you will see the whole jar section, then there is a jar section and there is a plate section, right? So here we have the arrangement on the basis of category, right? So you are getting the picture, the big picture you are getting, yes or no? You will get the clear understanding when I will discuss about the sorting one, right? So let's move to the sorting. Okay, this is a homework problem. Try to solve this question. This is a very good question. Okay, this is asked in Amazon. This is asking like a lot of good product-based company, right? So that's why I discuss this question here, right? So it is not again like if you are sitting in the interview and if you are giving the interview, then if you are sitting in some MNCs, then they will ask you some basic sorting questions, right? Sorry, searching questions that will have some sorted array and you have to search the element there, right? But if you are sitting in a good interview company, okay, good company, then they will not ask you, they will see the analyzing what you are able to observe there, right? So they will see your observation skills and at the same time they will see your problem solving skills, right? This question is asked to me, right, in one of the interview of Google, right? And there, like, I was able to come up with this part, right? Like I was not able to think like here. Okay, so here I'm not able to think, but I'm able to give him the solution till this part. So I got selected in the first round because I was able to analyze the question and I'm able to give some solution to him then, right? So you have to analyze that part. You have to tell ki yes, binary search is applicable, and why binary search is applicable, you have to tell that part to it, right? Everyone? Yeah. So again, in the interview, no one will expect you the correct answer. They will know, like they will make the analysis on the basis of what you are able to get from the question, what you are able to observe, whether you are able to apply something to the question or not, right? So this will be the very important point. So let's move to the sorting one, right? So guys, sorting. So what is sorting? Anyone from the audience, what is sorting? Correct, correct. What is sorting, guys? Please write in the chat. Let's see who answered the correct answer. Okay, who will answer the correct definition of sorting here? Anyone from the audience? Let's see. Those who know anything about sorting, what is the meaning of sorting? Arrangement in specific type. Akshay is correct. Okay, great. Akshay, what about others? Anyone with some different definition? No one? Only Akshay? Putting a collections of item into a particular arrangement, ascending order, descending order. Okay, great. Yeah. So guys, the okay actual definition of sorting is what? It is arrangement of data. It is correct. It is arrangement of data. Okay, and that arrangement should follow some particular order. Arrangement of data in particular order, right? Particular order. And one more thing here, arrangement of data in particular order on the basis of some parameter. Okay, on the basis of some parameter, right? So let me ask you some question, then you will get the clear understanding of this definition, right? So a lot of concept will be cleared, okay, after this 1 hour, okay? So you have 1 hour, right? Yeah, we have 1 hour. So let's take this one. Tell me guys, this one, this is an array 2, 3, 9, 12, 17, 19. Okay, what you are able to observe in this array? Anyone? Please write in the chat. What you are able to observe in this array part, right? Is it sorted or not? Anyone? No one. It is sorted in ascending order or descending order, or yeah, it is sorted, right? Yeah, Narendra is saying it is sorted. So guys, in which order it is sorted? Okay, give me 1 minute. Sorted in ascending order, right? Correct. So here you can say ki hey, this array is sorted. Okay, let me see the screen first, right? Yeah. Yeah, correct. So what we have learned about the definition, this one is the definition, right? Yeah, arrangement of data in a particular order on the basis of some parameter, right? So yes, this array is sorted because it is following some arrangement, okay? And arrangement of data in some order. Here the order is what? Here the order is what, guys? It is ascending order, right? And on the basis of which parameter? Here the parameter is what? Magnitude, right? The data is sorted on the basis of magnitude here, right? Similarly, if I will take one more example, this one, that is 19, 16, 5, 3, minus 2. Guys, can you tell me this array is sorted or not? Please write in the chat. Yes, right? This array is also sorted. Again, this array is sorted in which order? Okay, again to the definition, this is the definition, right? In particular order. Here the order is what, guys? It is descending order, right? And again, here on the basis of some parameter, here the parameter is what? Again the parameter is magnitude, right? Again the parameter is what? It is magnitude. Everyone is getting this point? So this is a very good question. So one more question I have. Tell me whether this is sorted or not, right? Okay, let's see if you're able to get the proper understanding of sorting or not. 1, 13, 9, 6, 12. This is the data, and yeah, 1, 3, 9, 6, and 20, 12, right? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you are able to answer this question, then you will be getting one complete mentorship session from my side. Okay, I will contact you and I will give you a complete mentorship session. So you, what you have to do, you have to tell whether this is sorted or not, and if it is sorted, then on the basis of which order it is sorted, and if you are able to get the order, you have to tell me the parameter also, right? On what parameter it is sorted. And if you are able to answer this question, okay, I will take one mock interview, or you can say a mentorship session or a career counseling session, okay, from my side, right? It is free of cost and you can ask anything, right? So you have to tell this part. Or it is not sorted. There is one more option, not sorted. Okay, let's see. Magnitude means the value here, right? Magnitude means the value here. So 19 is greater as compared to 16, right? Magnitude means the value, right? Or you can say ki, hey, magnitude means size, right? Size. It is sorted in ascending order on the basis of size. It is sorted in descending order on the basis of size. Okay, it is clear now. Not sorted, not sorted. Okay, still not sorted. Sahil is saying descending order. Why Sahil? Descending order. Okay, still waiting for a correct answer. Not sorted. Okay, not sorted. So who answered first? Okay, Narendra is Narendra answered first that it is not sorted, right? Tarun also said not sorted. Akshay also said not sorted. So three of them, like Hitesh is saying not sorted. Anyone who is saying yes, it is sorted. No one that is sorted. Try to think कुछ तो है इसमें ना, because if I have given this question, then either या तो bluff, it is a bluff, right? Or there is some meaning, right? So why I am again focusing on this part? This one, arrangement of data, particular order, some parameter, right? It is a bluff. Even index element are descending. Even element are descending 13, 9, 6, and okay, one. Oh, no, 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 not like this. Sorry. Odd elements are in ascending order, even index element are in descending order. Okay, so even element are in the, okay, 1 minute, let me see. 1, 2, 5. Let's take no, no, no. Still 1, 9, 12. Okay, 1, 3, 6. 1, 9, 12. 1. It is 13, right? It is 13, right? It is not 3. It can be sorted in independence from left to right. Okay, so yes, it is sorted. First of all, it is sorted. It is like this. Like this answer is wrong. It is sorted, right? And what order it is following? If you will see this question here, it is sorted on the basis of number of factor, right? Number of factor here. So if you will see what is the count of one, number of factors of one, it is one. Okay, yes or no? Similarly, if you will see how many factors are there for 13, it is 2. That is 13 and 1, right? Similarly, if I will ask you, hey, how many factors are for 9? It is 3. That is 1, 3, and 9, right? Similarly, if I will ask you, hey, how many factors are for 6? It is 4. 1, 2, 3, and 6. And how many factors are for 4? It is 6, right? It is 6. So here you can see the elements are sorted on the basis of parameter, and here the parameter is what? Number of factor, right? Number of factor. And here the data is sorted in ascending order, right? Ascending order. That is, number of factors are in ascending order, right everyone? Yes or no? Everyone is clear? So my question here is what, like my main point is what, you have to see this definition, right? When you are telling ki yes, the data is sorted, then you should be clear with these three parts. That is, it should have some arrangement, it should follow some order, and it should have some parameter, right? Not clear, sir. uh, Raj Nandini, right? Yeah, so now Raj Nandini, tell me here, 1 minute, what you are not able to understand, like why it is number of factor. You know what is number of factor, everyone? What is this number of factor, everyone knows? Yes or no? 0, 1, 2, 3. Please repeat it. So here my question is simple, whether this data is sorted or not. Yes, this data is sorted, because we judge whether the data is sorted or not on the basis of the order, okay, on the basis of some parameter, right? So here for 0, the element is what? 1. How many factors are there for 1? It is 1, right? For 13, how many factors are there? It is 2. Why 2? Because we have only 1 and 13 that are completely divisible by 13. 1 and 13 will completely divide 13, so the factors are 2. Okay, the numbers that are completely dividing this number is called a factor, right? So for 9, what all factors? 1 can completely divide 9, 3 can completely divide 9, and 9 can completely divide 9. So here, how many factors are there? 3 factors are there. Similarly, 6, for 6, 1 will divide 9, 2 will divide 9, 3 will divide 9, and 6 will divide 9. So 4 factors are there. Similarly, for 12, how many factors are there? It is 1, 2, 4, 6, and 12. That is 5 factors are there, right? 5 factors are there. So here the data is sorted on the basis of number of factor, okay, and the order is in ascending order. Now Ranjani, it is clear, right? Yeah, it is clear. So let's move to the question part, right? So I'm not like I will not here explain each and every sorting algorithm. I will like take a proper practical question and we will discuss that question. Then you will get the clear understanding, right? Where you can apply sorting, and yeah. So in the interview, like there will be two cases. The first case is what they will ask you about different sorting algorithm, right? Different sorting algorithm. So you have to learn, like you have to know about the selection sort, you have to know about the bubble sort, right? You have to know about the insertion sort and merge sort and quick sort, right? And the time complexity here, right? So this will be the first case. The second case is what? Either they will ask you about this part, or if you will sit in some good company, they will ask you a question and they will see whether you are able to apply some sorting, whether you are able to analyze whether sorting is possible in this question or not, right? So we will be discussing about this part, right? So we will be taking a question, and in each language, in C, in C++, in JavaScript, in each language, we have a inbuilt sorting function. Inbuilt sorting function. So we will be using inbuilt sorting function, and the time complexity of inbuilt sorting function is n log n, right? So we will be discussing about this part, right? Because this is asked most of the time in the interview, right? And this is very important. This is a base, so you should learn this base also, right? Yes or no? Sir, please tell all sorting algorithm order. Order? Tarun, like you want to like know about the time complexity or what? In the future, I will take a dedicated session on which I will tell you about the selection sort, bubble sort, insertion, merge, and quick sort, right? because we have to build a base for the merge sort, right? You should know about recursion. Okay, it is like a selection sort is big O of n square, bubble sort n square, insertion sort n square, and these two are n log n, right? N log n. Okay, Tarun, you will get the information on the Google also. Okay, try to search that part, right? So can we move to the question? Then you will get the clear understanding, right? But sorting is clear, right? Everyone is clear with the sorting one. Log n. What log n? Yeah, it is clear, right, Tarun? Hmm. So let's take one question and let's try to understand whether sorting is applicable on this question, or we can observe this question on some like different parameter, right? So here, let me take the question. And yeah, the best time complexity is what? Best sorting algorithm time complexity is what? It is n log n, right? It is n log n. Okay, everyone? Okay, let me ask one question, right? Then we will move to the question part, right? Okay, I have a for loop, right? That is int I is equal to 0. Please write in the chat what will be the answer, right? I is less than n, I plus plus, right? And for int j is equal to 0, j is less than n, j plus plus, right? And here I have some body. Guys, what will be the time complexity of this question? Please write in the chat. What will be the time complexity of this code? Again, time complexity is dependent on, is directly proportional to number of iterations. N into n. Everyone is clear? N into n. Anyone from the audience? Anyone? If you have any doubt why n into n, please write in the chat. Okay, I will explain you that part also. Anyone from the audience? N square. Should I explain why it is n square? Okay. No. Okay, everyone is clear then, right? It is n square, right? Yeah, it is n square. Okay, correct. So let's move to the question then, right? And log n is the best sorting algorithm. And yeah, so here, let me write the question first, right? 1 minute, guys. Let me see where was the question. Okay, again, the question is this one. Uh, find count of noble integer. Find count of noble integer. Okay, noble integer. So what is given? You have in one array, given an array of size n, array of size n, and what you have to find? You have to find count of noble integer. Then you will say ki hey, and one more thing, this is a very important point, the element in the array will be distinct. Okay, they are unique. All the element in the array will be distinct, right? After that, yeah. So what is a noble integer? Noble integer means array of I is called a noble integer if count uh, count of element smaller than ai is equal to ai, right? This is the definition of noble integer. Okay, again this question is asked in the Google one, right? So this is asked in the Google, Amazon, so this one, right? In the interview, right? So this one, and this is a very simple question, right, guys? Okay, so if you are able to make a simple observation, then you will be able to like do this question by your own, right? So let's take one example. Let's try to understand this point. That is, count of elements smaller than ai is equal to ai. That means that is a noble integer, and you have to count all the noble integer, right? So let's take one question here. That is this one. Let me see. Yeah. So let me take one array here, that is 1 minus 5, 3, 5, minus 10 and 4 we have, right? That is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 we have. Okay, and according to the definition, what is the definition of noble integer? Count of element smaller than ai is equal to ai. Count of element smaller than ai is equal to ai. Right, everyone? This is the definition of noble integer. So, guys, can you tell me one is a noble integer or not? Please write in the chat. Okay. Yeah. I'm giving the example itself. So, one, if you will count of elements smaller than ai, how many elements are smaller than ai? That is, how many element is smaller than 1? It is minus 5 and minus 10. So, two elements are smaller than two elements are smaller than 1. So this is not a noble integer, because according to the definition, count of element smaller than ai is 2 and the element itself is 1. It is not equal, right? It is not equal. So this is not a noble integer, right? After that, I will check for minus 5. For minus 5, how many elements are smaller than minus 5? Okay. Okay. So for minus 5, it is minus 10. Only one element is smaller than minus 5. So 1. So again, count of elements smaller than ai is what? Minus 5. Minus 5 is equal to 1? No. Again, it is not a noble integer. I will move to 3. 3. I will check how many elements are smaller than 3. 1 is smaller than 3, minus 5 is smaller than 3, and minus 10 is smaller than 3. So 3 elements are smaller than 3. So here the count is what? 3. So number of elements that are smaller than 3 is equal to 3. Yes. So this is the noble integer, right? Similarly, I will check for 5. For 5, minus 1, 1 is smaller than 5, minus 5 is smaller than 5, 3 is smaller than 5, 4 is smaller than 5, right? And minus 10 is also smaller than 5. So total 5 elements are there that are smaller than 5, right? So here 5 is also a noble integer, because count of number smaller than 5 is equal to 5 itself. For minus 10, how many elements are smaller than minus 10? 0. For 4, how many elements are smaller than 4? 1, minus 5, 3 and minus 10. So 4 elements are smaller than 4. So here I have 3 noble integers. So my answer will be 3 here. Okay, question is clear? Please write in the chat if the question is clear. Yeah? Yes or no? Question is clear, guys? Anyone has any doubt in the question part? Okay, tell me if the question is clear. Tell me minus 3, 0, 2, 5. Okay, how many elements are noble integer here? Please write in the chat. Let's see. How many elements are noble integer here? If it is clear, then please write in the chat, guys, what will be the answer? Zero, 2. Okay, basically 2. 1 only. Narendra is saying 1 only. Which one, Narendra? Okay. Anyone else? How many elements are noble elements, guys? So here 2 and 5. Okay, getting a lot of different answer. Okay, that means it is not clear, right? Because 3 people have answered and everyone have answered some different answer, right? 2. Only 2 is a noble integer. Let's see that part, right? For minus 3, how many elements are smaller than minus 3? No one. So it is 0, right? So minus 3 is equal to 0? No. So it is not a noble integer. I will move to 0. How many elements are smaller than 0? Only one element are smaller than 0, right? So here The count is what? 1. It is equal to a this one 0. No, this is also a not this is also not a noble integer. I will move to 2. For 2, how many elements are smaller than 2? It is 0 and -3. So 2 elements are smaller than 2, right? So 2 is a noble integer. For 5, 3 elements are smaller than 5. So 3 is a, yeah, 3, right? So it is not a noble integer. So the answer is 1 here, right? Answer is what, guys? It is 1 here. Yes or no? It is clear now? Okay. So again, let's take one more example, and after that we will moving we will be seeing like how we can observe this question and how we can solve this question. Okay. So 2 minus 5, 3 minus 3, 1, and let's take 0, right? This one, right? So guys, how many noble integers are there? This is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, last one. Okay, let's see. This time I want everyone to be like getting the correct answer, right? Sahil is saying 2. Okay, to no, yeah. So please write in the chat, guys, how many noble integers are there in this array? 2 is a noble integer. Like count. Tell me, Sahil, the count, right? And with the count, yeah. Tell me the count, and with the count, tell me which all integers are noble integers, right? 4. Okay, okay. It is like, yeah. So let's see that part also. So here 2 is what? Let's see for 2 minus 5. One element is smaller than 2, and after that 1. Yes, 1 is also smaller than 2. 0. Yes, 0 is also smaller than 2. So total 3 elements are present in the array that are smaller than 2. So this is not a noble integer. I will move to minus 5. How many elements are smaller than minus 5? 0. So this is also a noble, this is not a noble integer because 0 is not equal to minus 5, right? After that 3. How many elements are smaller than 3? It is 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So 4 elements are smaller than 3. So 4 is not equal to 3. So it is not a noble integer. Similarly for 1, how many elements are smaller than 1? 2, right? So this is also not a noble integer. And for 0, only one element is smaller. This is also not a noble integer. So the answer is 0 in this case, right? So the answer is 0 in this case. Okay. So if the question is clear, if the example is clear, can you guys tell me like you are able to see anything? If you are able to observe anything? So first, after seeing the question, try to take 3 to 4 example. Okay. After taking 3 to 4 example, try to see whether you are able to observe something in the question or not. Whether you are able to observe something in the example or not. Anyone from the audience, anything you are able to observe? What you have to do in order to solve this question? Basically, guys, what you are thinking in your mind, that thing you have to implement in the code, right? This will be your approach. This will be the very simple thing you have to remember, right? Okay, you are thinking something in your mind and you have to tell the computer ki, hey computer, like this we can implement that solution. So you have to talk to computer and you have to tell computer each and everything you are thinking in your mind, right? And that is all about programming. That is all about problem solving skills, right? Hmm. So anyone, any observation you can make from this array, this example, how you will approach? Okay, so getting two answer. Anyone else? Simple answer, guys. Okay, great. So basic approach is what, guys? So like this question is asked in the Google, and if you will see, the basic approach will be what? what you are doing, you are picking for every element, you are picking every element one at a time, okay, and for every element you are counting smaller element, count smaller element, right? Yeah. So for every element you are counting smaller element, and after counting you are checking ki, hey, if the count is equal to ARR of I. If it is equal, you are incrementing the answer value, that is answer is equal to answer plus 1, right everyone? You are doing this part, right? So if I have to write the pseudo code, then the pseudo code will be what? It will be like this, कि, hey, you have to take one array, okay, and you have to start from I is equal to 0, this one, int I is equal to 0, and you have to go till n, that is n is what? The size of the array. And in order to find the size of the array, what you have to do? You have to write arr dot length, right? And after that you have to move to the next index, that is I plus plus. And here what you will do? What you will do, guys? You will again take one more for loop, because first, this is for what? This is for iterating to each and every element in the array, okay? This for loop is for going to each element in the array, right? And when you are at the particular element, what you are doing? You are saying ki, hey, you are again moving from int j is equal to 0, j less than n, j plus plus, right? And this time you are checking ki, hey, if ARR of I is greater than ARR of j, that means you found a element that is less than the element at ith position. You found the element that is less than the ith position, right? You are counting smaller element. So what you will do? You will maintain a count here. Int count is equal to 0. And here what you will do? You will increment the value of count. That is count is equal to count plus 1. Right everyone? Yes or no? After incrementing the count value, you are done with the part. Okay. Part, this part, the nested for loop is what? To count smaller element, count smaller element than AI, right? So you have implemented that part and you will get the count value, right? And after that, what you have to do? You have to write a check whether the count is equal to AI or not. If it is equal, that means that is a noble integer. So what you will write here? You will write ki, hey, if AI is equal to count, that means you got one noble integer. What you will do? You will maintain a variable answer and you will initialize with 0. And here you will increase the value of answer, that is answer plus 1, right? This one, yes or no? And this is the closing for loop, right? This one, yes or no? So this will be the answer, and after that you will print the value of answer. Yes or no, guys? So what I am thinking, I have implemented that thinking in the form of code, right? So we are doing this part, right? We are going to each and every element, and from the start to end, we are checking what all elements are smaller than the current element, right, everyone? And that thinking I have implemented in the form of code. Anyone has any doubt till this point? Yes or no? I iterate through array and compare. Correct. Yeah. Correct. Tarun is correct. Yeah. Guys, please write in the chat if it is clear till this point. So what I have done, first I have read the question, I have done 3 to 4 example, and I got to know one thing ki, hey, what I have to do? I have to traverse the array, okay, and on each traversal what I have to do? I have to count all the elements that are smaller than the current element, right? All the elements that are smaller than the current element, and for that thing I have implemented the second for loop. And why I'm starting from 0 till n? Because that smaller element can be present at any index, that is at 0 index, at 1 index, at the last index. So for that thing, again I'm doing a traversal from the first position to the last position, and I'm incrementing the value of count. Okay, that I have implemented in the form of code. If it is clear, what will be the time complexity of this program? Please write in the chat, guys. What will be the time complexity of this program? Let's see. Time complexity. Correct. It is n square, right? N into n. This n is for the outer for loop, right? And this n is for the inner for loop, right? So that's why it is n into n, right? So basically this is a question that is asked in the interview, right, of the Google. But if Google is asking something, then this is not the best approach, right? There will be something we are missing. Okay, there will be some optimized solution, because n square is a very is not a good time complexity, right? So you have to improve this solution now. So the next question that was asked to me is what? You have to improve the time complexity now. So now, now how I will think? If I have to improve the time complexity, then how I will think? I know one thing. Okay, great. So you are saying ki, hey, time complexity is directly proportional to number of iteration, right? Time complexity is directly proportional to number of iterations. That means how many times you are executing the for loop. So here you are doing n number of iteration, and this n number of iteration is important because you have to go to each and every element, okay, in the array, and for each and every element you have to check whether that element is a novel integer or not, right? But here the second for loop you are using, you are again and again going from 0 till n, right? You are again and again going from 0 till n, and you are counting elements that are smaller than the current element. So here, this part, I am doing extra. Okay, again and again I am calculating the smaller element, right? Again and again I am starting from 0, and again I am going till n, and I am calculating extra one, right? I am again and again calculating the smaller element, right? So here is a like, there is some possibility ki here I can optimize the code, right? The first n is important. Okay, give me 1 minute, guys, right? Let me plug in the charger, because yeah. So what I'm able to observe till this point, I'm able to observe ki this n is important because I have to check for each and every integer. But why I'm again and again doing the same calculation? Okay, let's try to understand that part. How I can optimize the inner for loop, right, everyone? So here, this one. Okay. Yeah. So we have this question, right? We have this array, right? We have this array, and let's assume you are at this position. Let's assume I is here. Okay, I is present here, and tell me 1 minute. Yeah. So let's take the example, that is 1 minus 5, 3, 5 minus 10, 4, right? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's assume I will sort this data. Okay, let's sort this data, and let's see what I'm getting if I'm sorting this data, right? So here, this is minus 5, minus 10, minus 5, 1, 3, 4, 5. And this is what? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, everyone? And according to you, in this case, 3 is a noble integer, 5 is a noble integer, and 4 is a noble integer, right? This is a, like this we have concluded, right, from the example. And after sorting the data, 3 is a noble integer, 4 is a noble integer, and 5 is a noble integer. Why? Because how many elements are smaller than 3? 3 elements are smaller than 3. How many elements are smaller than 4? 4 elements are smaller than 4. How many elements are smaller than 5? 5 elements are smaller than 5. How many elements are smaller than 1? 2 elements are smaller than 1. That's why 1 is not a noble integer, right? So I got to know कि if I am sorting the data, then I can see a pattern, right? Guys, what pattern you are able to see after sorting the data? Anyone from the audience? What you are able to observe after sorting the data? Please write in the chat. Anything you are able to observe? Anyone from the audience? After sorting the data, you are able to observe anything? Okay, let me see the chat, right? No one? So guys, if you will see carefully here, right? Expecting at least one answer, right? No one? Okay, great. So here, after sorting the data, this one, you can observe this part. Ki 3 is a noble integer, 4 is a noble integer, 5 is a noble integer, correct? And the noble integer value is equal to the value of the index. Noble integer value is equal to the value of the index. Noble integer value is equal to the value of the index. This I am able to observe here. Right, everyone? Are one-sided? No, 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 Narendra, it is not one-sided, right? There will be cases when they are not at one-sided, but this is a very important point. You can observe this part. Yes? Yes or no? So my work is now simple. I have to sort the data. After sorting the data, right? After sorting the data, I have to just check whether the element present in the array is equal to the index value. Okay, that is ai is equal to I. That means the date this element is a noble integer, right? So my work is very simple. So what I will do now? This one. Okay. First I will sort the data, sort the array. Okay, in ascending order, and after that, that is I will apply inbuilt sorting algorithm, that is arrays dot sort. Okay, and here the name of the array. Okay, after sorting the array, what I will do, I will use a for loop, that is I will iterate to each and every element, that is I is less than n, I plus plus, right? And after that, here I will write a check. If arr of I is equal to I, that means the element is a noble integer. So I will increase answer plus plus, right? And this will be my answer. I will maintain one. Answer is equal to 0, right? Answer is equal to 0. Simple? Yes or no? If this is the solution, then what will be the time complexity? This is the next question that is asked to me. Anyone from the audience? What will be the time complexity now? Okay. Anyone from the audience? N. Tarun is saying N. Anyone from the audience? Anything? Any other answer? N. N. So guys, this in the starting of the sorting part, I have told you कि this inbuilt sort function will take n log n time complexity, and this for loop I'm using just single for loop, right? And this is doing n number of iterations. So the time complexity of this part is n, right? So here I have n log n plus n. So which one is greater? N log n is greater or n is greater? So like you will have like this, and you will have like this equation, and what you have to do whenever you are calculating the time complexity, The first thing is what? You have to calculate number of iterations. So n log n plus n. After doing that part, you have to remove all the smaller element, right? So here n log n is the largest one. You have to just pick the largest element from here. So the largest element is what? This one. So n log n is the time complexity of this code, right? You have to ignore this part, right? Everyone is clear now? Yes or no? It is clear? Great. If it is clear, again, like we are sitting for the interview of Google, right? We are giving the interview of Google. So like the solution is simple and like we are able to get to this point. But again, he added some extra thing to it, right? How can you say n log n is greater? Tell me, Tarun, I have n, I have log n, right? Let's assume the value of n is 10. The value of log n is, let's assume the value of n is 15. The value of log n is 2, right? And you are writing n and you are writing n log n, okay, like this. So the value of n is what? 15. The value of n log n is what? 15 into 2. So if you are multiplying anything to a number, you will get a greater number itself. So that's why n log n is greater than n. Suddenly it is clear now? 15 into 2, 30 is greater than 15, right? If you have a number, okay, understood? Yeah. Anything else you are not able to understand? Okay, let's change the question now. Okay, like this is the question it is asked, but what we are doing, the next question, like the interview asked here is कि, hey, is it possible to sort the data in descending order and again apply sorting here, like again apply the same algorithm? Is it possible to do this or no? Please write in the chat. If I will sort the data in descending order, is it possible to apply the same approach? Please write in the chat. Okay, let's see. The question is clear, right? What we are doing, we are sorting the data in ascending order, and after that we are checking whether the element at ith position is equal to I. Okay, so the next question is, if I am sorting the data in descending order, then this will be possible or not? And Narendra is saying yes, it is possible. Narendra, it is possible, and Hitesh is also saying yes. Okay, so let's try to do this part, right? So 1 is there, minus 5 is there, 3 is there, 5 is there, minus 10 is there, and 4 is there, right? No, it is not possible. Yeah, it is not possible here. So this time, okay, here you have this array, right? And let's first sort the array in this time descending order, right? Descending order. So if I will sort the array in descending order, then it will be 5, 4, 3, 1, minus 10, minus 5. It will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so for 5, right? For 5, here you can see you are having how many elements greater than 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And here the value of index is what? 0. So this approach is not possible here. You have to change the approach, right? You have to change the approach. For 3, what you are doing here, guys? Here at this point, after sorting the data for 3, you are checking how many elements are smaller in the left hand side part. You are getting that part? Yes or no? So if you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So in order to check how many elements are smaller than 4, you will check in the left hand side part, because this data is sorted in ascending order, right? And similarly, if I will change the order, that is descending one, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then in order to check how many elements are sorted, you have to check in the reverse direction, that is in this direction, right? Correct? So it is applicable for ascending order, not in the descending order. So whenever you have to make a decision, like whenever you have to tell the answer, first try to check whether it is possible or not with the help of copy and pen. Don't directly give the answer. Okay. Ah, yeah. So Okay, so now let's change the question. Okay, let's change the question a bit. Okay, the next question they have asked me here is this one. Okay, find count of noble integers, array of size and distinct element, right? This is a very important factor, that is the distinct one, right? On this factor I am able to make a lot of observation, I am able to do a lot of thing, right? So if I will say ki hey, I have this array, right? 1 minute, let me take the array itself. So here -10, 1 1 300. Okay, and here you can see the data is in sorted order, right? 0 1 2 3 4, and according to our observation we have sorted the data, and we are checking whether the element, that is this one, if ARR of I is equal to I, that means this is a noble integer and we are increasing the value of count, right? That is answer, we are increasing the value of answer. So according to you, if this is not the case, if we have some duplicates element present in the array, will this approach work? Please write in the chat. अगर हमारे पास duplicate element होंगे, then this approach will work or not, guys? Simple question. Yes or no? Anyone from the audience? So previously what we are having distinct element, and that's why we are able to sort the data, and that's why we are able to apply this part, right, after sorting the data. Yeah, now the question is, what if we have the duplicates element and we have to find the noble integer? Will this approach work? Anyone from the audience? Okay, guys, you're not getting bored, right? और ऐसा तो नहीं हो रहा कि everything is going above your head? Please try to interact, right? और ऐसा तो नहीं like I have chosen some wrong question? See, like this question is why I've chosen this question in this session, because it will open your like a lot of thought. Okay, you will be able to think in all the directions. That's why I've chosen this question. Okay, it is about how you are thinking in the interview. It is about how you are seeing the question, in what all ways you are seeing this question. This is very important. Yeah, because if you see other channel, they will just tell you about bubble sort, merge sort, but the application part is missing, right? The thought process is missing. So my intention of this session is what? Build the thought process, right? How you have to approach the question. That is a very important point. Okay, and that will create a difference, right? That's why most of the people are not able to learn data structure. You will be able to learn data structure, right? The theory is simple. There are some data structure, that is you have to learn about array, linked list and all. Okay, but when you're implementing, then you get stuck. Okay, so this is the implementation part we are discussing, right? So if it is clear, then guys tell me, if the data is sorted, no, sorry, if we have the element and this is not the case, we have duplicates present in the array, then this code is correct or this is not correct? Anyone from the audience? Okay, question is clear, right? We have this array, right? Yeah. So guys, let's see that part, right? So here, if I will check -10, it is equal to 0. No, it is not a noble integer. 1, it is equal to 1. Yes, it is a noble integer. 1 is equal to 2. No, it is not a noble integer. 3 is equal to 3. It is a noble integer. 100 is equal to 4. It is not a noble integer, right? So in this situation, we have how many noble integer? 2. But actually, we have 3 noble integer, that is -10, 1 and this one also, right everyone? But actually we have 3 noble integer, that is -10, 1 and 1 itself. So this will not work if we have duplicates element present in the array. Right, everyone? Yes or no? You are able to observe this part, right? 1 is a noble integer, but according to our solution, we are not considering 1 as a noble integer when we have duplicates element present in the array, right? So now we have to change the thought process, right? So we have to change the thought process. Let's try to take one example and then let's try to understand how we can do that part. Okay, let's try to observe something. So this time everyone is clear what is noble integer. Noble integers are integer that are having this one, that is count of element smaller than ai is equal to ai, right? This is the first part. The second part is what? This time duplicates is also present. Okay, and yeah, let's take one example here, that is minus 10, 1, 1, 2, 4, 4, 4, 8, 10. This is my array, right? If this is my array and this is what, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so guys, can you write in the chat how many nobles or integers are present in this array? Please write in the chat. How many noble integers are present in the array? Please write in the chat, guys. Is 1, 3 a noble integer? In the previous one, Tarun, you are saying this one. These, okay, this 3. These 3 are noble integer. 3 is a noble integer because if you will count, 3 elements are smaller than 3, right? So 3 is equal to count of smaller element. 1 is a noble integer because only one element is smaller than 1. Similarly, 1 is a noble integer because only one element is smaller than 1, right? So here we have total 3 noble integers, right? It is clear? If it is clear, can you guys write in the chat here how many noble integers we have? And after that we will end the session. Okay, like I will tell you the approach and after that we will end the session, right? Anyone from the audience? So here, so for minus 10, this one, how many elements are smaller than minus 10? 0 elements are smaller than minus 10, right? After that, for 1, how many elements are smaller than 1? Only one element is smaller than 1, right? Correct? After that, so this 1 is a noble integer, right? This one is a noble integer. After that, for 2, how many elements are smaller than 1? Again, one element is smaller than 1. So this 2 is a noble integer, right? This 2 is a noble integer, right, everyone? This one, that is 1 and 1. After that, I will move to the index 3. At index 3, what we have? We have 2 present. How many elements are smaller than 2? 3 elements are smaller than 2. That is 1, 1 and 10. 3 elements are smaller than 2. So here the count is what? 3. So it is not a noble integer. This is not a noble integer. For 4, how many elements, okay, are present in the array that are smaller than 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. Total 4 elements are present in the array that are smaller than 4. So this is a noble integer. Similarly, 4, this 4, again 4 elements are present in the array and this is also the noble integer. This is also the noble integer. And after that, for 8, for 8, how many elements are present in the array that are less than 8? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Total 7 elements are present in the array that are less than 8. So 7 is not a noble integer. After that, 10, how many elements? 8 elements are present in the array that are smaller than 10. So 10 is also not a noble integer. So total, how many noble integers we have? We have total 5 noble integers, right? Yes or no? Correct. Yeah. So what we are doing in the previous approach, we are checking, hey, if ARR of I, after sorting the data, we are checking ki, hey, ARR of I is equal to I. That means that element is a noble integer, right, everyone? Okay. So why my approach is failing in this duplicate one. Okay, why my approach is failing in the duplicate one? Try to observe something again. Anyone from the audience? Correct. Yeah. So we are doing something, right? We are missing something. That's why this approach is failing, right? So we have to find that something. And in order to find that something, you have to see in the code, right? You have to see in the example itself. So in the example, if you will carefully observe here, okay, you are counting this one, you are counting this one as a noble integer, but you are not counting this one as a noble integer. Why? Because you are saying ki hey, ARR of this, the element this one is not equal to this value 2 here, this part, right? Sorry, the count, not the count. Yeah. So here you are saying ki, hey, the element at the 2th position is not equal to 2. That's why you are not counting this one. But according to the duplicacy, this should be the noble integer, right? Yeah. This should be the noble integer. Similarly here, you are counting this one as a noble integer. Why? Because the index value is equal to the element value, but you are not including this 4, you are not including this 4 according to the previous approach, right? So somehow we have to include this one also, this 4 also, right? This 4 also. So what I can observe here, let's try to observe something, right? Yeah. Okay, sir, 1 is less than equal to 1. Sorry, 1 not. Yeah, yeah. Like here, count of smaller element. So 1 is not a smaller element, it is an equal element, right? Tarun, it is an equal element here, right? Okay, so try to observe this part. Here, 1 minute, let me see. So what you are able to do here? Okay, any, like you are able to get the point, right? Till this point, everyone is clear? Yes or no? So guys, what you are able to observe here? Anyone? So one thing you are able to observe कि hey, if my current element is not equal to the previous element, that is 1 is not equal to the previous element, right? If 1 is not equal to the previous element, then what we are having? What we are having, guys? We are having the count of element that are smaller than the current element here, right? So for 1 is not equal to the previous element, that is 10. So here, how many elements that are smaller than 1 is present? 1 element is present. Similarly, if you will see for 2, 2 is not equal to the previous element, right? That means the count of element that are smaller than the previous element is 3 here, right? Similarly, if you will observe this point, that is for 8, right? For 8, 8 is not equal to the previous element, right? So how many elements are there that are smaller than 8? 7 elements are there. Similarly, if you will see for this one, 4 is not equal to the previous element. So how many elements are there that are smaller than 4? 4 elements, right? After that you are facing this issue, right? That is 4 and 4. After that, here also you are facing this issue, that is 1. The moment you are getting the duplicacy, right, everyone? So you have to handle this case, right? That is, if current element, okay, if current element is not equal to the previous element, right? In that case, what you are able to observe, count of element that are smaller than the current element is equal to the index value, right, everyone? Yes or no? Please write in the chat if it is clear. This point is clear or not? Okay, please write in the chat. Clear? So I am able to observe something, right? And that something is what? If I will see the count, Then in the count part, okay, yes or no, guys? If the current element is not equal to the previous element, then I am having the count equal to the value, right? I'm having the count equal to the value, right? So here I can write ki, hey, if current element is not equal to previous element, then the count of element that are smaller than the previous element is equal to index value. That is for 4, this 4 here, okay, for this 1 here, right, for this 2 here, right, similarly for this 8 here, and similarly for this 10 here, right? Yes or no? After getting the count, what I will do, I will write a check, right? And that check will be what? That check will be what? Ki, hey, if my count is equal to ARR of I, that means the number of element that are smaller than the previous element is equal to ARR of I. That means I got a noble integer, right? That is answer is equal to answer plus 1, right? And I am done with the code, right? I am done with the code here. That is for int I is equal to 0, I is less than n, I plus plus, right? This one. Yes or no, guys? Should I write the code? Okay, let me write the code, then you will get the clear understanding. So what we are doing, we are first sorting the data, sorting the array. After sorting the array, what we are doing, okay, we are writing a check, that is for int I is equal to, okay, first I will, okay, what I'm doing, I'm checking the previous element. Okay, in that case I have to take care of the base case, and the base case is what? If ARR of 0 is equal to count, right? That means the 0 element is the noble integer, so I will increase the value of count, that is count plus plus, right? This one. After that I will use I is equal to 1, right? I will start from 1 and I will go till I less than n, I plus plus, right? And here I will check, hey, if my current element, that is ARR of I, is not equal to the previous element, that is ARR of I minus 1. In this case, I know कि the count of element that are smaller than the current element is equal to the index value, right? Is equal to the index value. After that, I know कि, hey, if the count of element that are equal to the element at the ith position, then that element is the noble integer. And what I will do, I will increase the count, like I will increase the value of answer, and this will be my code here, right? Int answer is equal to 0. So this will be the code. Okay, this will be the code here. Everyone is getting the point, yes or no? Anyone is having any confusion why I am writing this line? Why this line is important? This is the observation you have to make, right? This is the observation you have to make here. Anyone from the audience, guys, please write in the chat. Anyone who is not able to understand this part. Yes or no? Clear, right? So if you will see, the count of elements that are smaller than 1 is what? It is 1 itself. The count of elements that are smaller than 10 is what? It is 0 itself. For the count of elements that are smaller than 2 is what? It is equal to the index value, that is 3 here. The count of elements that are smaller than 4 is what? It is the index value. The count of elements that are smaller than 8 is what? It is the index value. The count of elements that are smaller than 10 is what? It is equal to the index value. And if you are having the duplicates, in that case, what you are doing? You are saying ki, hey, I have to do nothing because I got the count here, right? I got the count here. So I will write the same thing here. That is 4, 4. Right, everyone? So I have implemented the same thing here, this point. 1 minute. Yeah, this one. So here I am checking ki, hey, if current element is equal to the previous element, is not equal to the previous element, in that case I am getting the count of elements that are smaller than the previous element. And after that I am checking ki, hey, if count is equal to ARR of I, here the value of count is what? 1 is equal to 1, answer is equal to 1. After that, this one is equal to the previous element, so this will be false and I am in this, I will be here, right? And this will be true. Again, what I will do, I will increase the value of answer, it will be 2, right? So for count, is we writing another for, no, Tarun, we are not writing any other for loop, right? We are doing in the same for loop here. You are getting that point? Here you can see we are doing in the same for loop, right? Yes or no? Should I take one example, Tarun, or it is clear? Okay, it is clear, right? So here we are able to get the best, best problem statement. That is, we are able to tackle the duplicate one, and this is how you have to tackle. Like there will be a simple code, simple question, and on this simple question there will be some modification given, and you have to think in all the direction. And guys, if you will observe the whole session, what I am doing, I am taking the example. Okay, what is my approach of solving the question? I am taking the example. Okay, and I'm making some observation out of it, right? Observation out of it. And after that, what I'm doing, I'm seeing ki, hey, what all possible cases are there, whether I'm able to apply searching, whether I'm able to apply sorting, and I am very clear with the definition of searching and sorting and all, right? So if my concept is clear, I am able to know what kind of thing I have to apply, whether I have to apply searching there, that is binary search or linear search, whether I have to apply sorting there, sorting is possible or not, if your understanding is clear, right? And again, I am doing some observation, that is the observation that I made here, right? 2 is equal to 2, right? This observation, that is a noble integer. On that basis, again, I am solving the question, right? So this should be your approach while solving any question, right? So this is all for today's session, guys. Hope you are able to understand a lot from this session. If you have any doubt apart from the session, please write in the chat, okay? And yeah, you can enroll in this Java interview accelerator program, right? You can see the link here. We are going to discuss all the things, like I am skipping a lot of things here, that is the time complexity part, that is all the sorting algorithm, right? Okay, and the intuition to come up with this approach. Okay, there are a lot of things we are missing in this demo session, in this bootcamp. Okay, so that all thing will be discussed in this Java interview accelerator program, right? So, sir, how can we write class as a return type? Basically, it is like Tarun, you are saying, ki, hey, how can we write class as a return type? So, class is a blueprint, right, Tarun? So, in that blueprint, you have to define the data members and member function, right? Member function here, right? And with the help of the object, you have to use the data member and member function, right? So I think there is no concept of return type. You cannot return a class, right? Yeah, you're getting that point, Tarun? How can we return class as return type? Okay, you are saying something else, right? Yeah, you are saying how we can return class as return type. Okay, let's assume if you know something about array list. Okay, so you have to return array list, right? So you have to write the return type as here array list. Okay, like this array list. After that, here integer, and after that the name of the function. The name of the function is what? It is let's assume sort, right? And after that there is some parameter, and here you have written some code. Here you have written some body of the code, and after that you have to return. Here you have to see the return type. Okay, if you are returning array list here, right? Array list here, then the return type should be like the value you are returning should be equal to the return type. This you should remember, right? So value you are returning should be equal to the return type, right? Return type. So here, if you are returning some integer value, okay, here, this is the return type. This is the name of the function, round brackets. Inside the round brackets, you have the argument part. Inside the this one, you have the code, and at the last, you have the return keyword, right? And here, you have to return something or not. So if you are returning nothing, right? Here, you are saying, ki, hey, I have to return nothing. At that time, the return type will be void, right? If you are returning nothing, right? If you are returning integer value, that is 3, in this case, the return type will be integer. Okay. If you are returning some floating value, that is 3.45, right? Then the return type will be float. If you are returning some character value, that is C, your return type will be char. Similarly, if you are returning some object, sorry, some class, right? So what you have to do, the return type will be the name of the class here, right? That you're getting that point, Tarun? Sorting and indexing in Python is same or not? Akshay, please Google this part. I am not sure, but it is not same. What I think, right? Please Google that part, right? I'm not sure about that part. Tarun, you're able to get the point. How you have to apply? Yeah. So you can return anything like you have array list, you have stack, you have queue. So if you have to return stack, so here the return type will be stack, and you have to return the stack value, right? Clear, right? Yeah. So this is a very good opportunity, guys, for all of you. Try to enroll in this program. Okay, if you are not liking the session, you can get the money, like the fees refunded. But try to take the program, right? It is a very good opportunity. Not it is like I'm teaching in this Let's Upgrade and I'm telling you, but you are getting a very structured course here, right? And yeah, you are getting a placement guarantee also. So this will be a very benefit for all of you, right? So here you can see this part, and after that, if you have to see for the attendance and all, what you have to do, you have to go here. You have to go to the attendance assignment and registration one, right? So what you can do, go to the attendance, and you know how you can mark the attendance one, right? Here, this one, this one, and from here you will get see the mark attendance button. From here you have to mark the attendance, and if you are interested in our 6-month Let's Upgrade full stack program, you can click yes, and after that you have anything, any suggestions, you can write here and you can submit the attendance, right? Thank you, Tarun. So this is all for today's session, guys. Anything I'm missing? Let me see. So you can see here the gift also, right? You can click on this link that is in the description, that is refer 20 link. And if you are referring the course to your friend, to your colleague, to anyone, you will get the reward here, right? If you are referring to one person, you will get 2000 rupees, that is wireless keyboard. Similarly, you have prizes up to MacBook Air, right? So try to use the gift part also here, right? And after that, yeah, you can explore this full stack web development and data science program also, right? Yeah. Thank you everyone for attending the session. Okay, thank you.